Hey guys, what's good? Man, it's been like a week since I've uploaded. I'll tell you, I've been sick. I've got a chest cold. Got to get antibiotics for that. But then on top of that, I've had issues with my camera. I went and I bought a new one, and this Google Chromebook, it only has one USB port and one headphones port. Well, the camera plugs into USB and it works. But when the web camera that is running right now, whenever that's not working, the other camera doesn't work. Talk about irritating. I mean, it really is. I was hoping that I would be able to do what I needed to do with that, but it looks like I'm going to just have to invest in trying to get, a desktop computer. Not a real old one by no means, but it doesn't have to be brand new. But I'm going to have to do something because right now I can't make consistent videos when my camera may or may not work for a day or 5 days or however long it feels like being out. Anyhow, today we're going to check out Nukes Top 5. This is 10 scary videos that are insane. Guys, please comment and let me know what you want me to react to, and I will hop right on that. Now, I will give you my input on the videos we see here, and that because a long story short, and I'm being told by a couple people I should tell my story of what happened with me and I would say there's about 15 years of my life I had to deal with different entities, which I didn't believe in ghosts at all. When I was 15, 16, 17, I didn't believe in them. I had no reason to believe in them. But then at the house that my mom and dad at the time, now it's just my dad living there. My mom has moved elsewhere. But when we lived there, that's when it got crazy. And that's when I found out some of the things that had been happening that I thought was my dad wasn't my dad at all. Because I got pinned down. And dude, it might have been for 10 seconds, but it felt like it was for 10 minutes. I mean, like, when you can't move your body and you can't say nothing, even if anyone would have been home when it originally happened, there would have been nothing I could do. I mean, there was one time when my mom, they had got a different house due to a lady they used to take care of. She passed away and her kids had passed away. So they left the house to them. So they moved there and I got their old house temporarily. Well, there was one night there, I know it's just jumping in the middle of the story, but me and my brother had been talking because he had something happen with him at my dad's house, which for 20 some years he would not sleep in his room. He slept on the couch. And I had multiple things happen in that house. But anyway, more of the story is this, that with me and my girl went to bed, I said I rebuke the devil. And the instant I said that, now my girl, she was already asleep. All of a sudden, I felt there was something on the right side, like standing right beside the bed. I mean, I don't know what that intuition, I don't know what it is. Something told me there's something there, and I went to slide over to wake her up. And before I could actually nudge her to wake her up, again, I was locked up. And I was laying beside her. I watched, my eyes were stuck open. I wasn't blinking or nothing. My eyes were stuck open. I could see her lean over me and she was shaking on me, trying to wake me up. She said I was dreaming. When it finally did let go, because I was yelling, but I couldn't open my mouth. So it sounded like, I guess someone's having a bad dream. They're making noise. But I was saying as loud as I could. I just couldn't open my mouth. So, anyway, on this video, I will give you my inputs on if I think it's real. If it's not, do I know it all? Hell no. Have I ever seen anything? I don't think so. I don't want to. I would like to go ghost hunting, but there's one part of me that says no. It's not worth it, guys. I'm telling you, because all you need is one thing to follow you home or one thing to interfere in your life, and then you got to try to get rid of that thing. And it's not fun at all. Let's get it.
A woman named Natalie who lives in the UK with her family says that lately strange things have been happening in their home. Natalie says that recently they have been doing renovations in their older house, and she believes that all of the activity might have disturbed something in.
Now, I will say that whenever that happened at my dad's house, he had pulled all the carpet out of the house because there was hardwood floors underneath. And then he sanded all the hardwoods and refinished them. And I remember before anything happened to me, my ex-wife said when she would babysit my brother that was only 2 years old at the time, she said, there's something in this house. And I didn't believe her. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, Kevin, I'm telling you, I sit here all day. There's something in this house.
In the home, something dark and sinister. One night while her son is sleeping, this happens.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie, right there, it looks real. I've never been pulled or grabbed like that because that looked like it was force. But at the same time, I've been pinned to where I cannot move. So I don't know what they can do. So I can't say that that right there is not real, because I guarantee you, had you asked me before anything happened to me, I'd have said, man, you couldn't move. That's dumb. No, it's fucking real. It's happened twice. And neither time, well, the first time I had woken up looking at the ceiling, wondered why I had woke up at that time, and then I rolled over to head back to sleep. That's when I felt my dogs hop up on the bed and then at my knees. And then I remembered just like 3 days before, I had to give my dog away because he kept pissing behind the couch. And I'd had that dog like 6-7 years. But yeah, I would have said, if someone told me my story, I'd have been like, I don't believe you. Back then. But now that my eyes have been, oh, it can happen. So that right there could very well happen. Because look how tired the kid is. Like, he just goes straight to crying. Now, if you've had kids, which I've had, my kids are in their 20s going on their 30s now. But that's a kid that's been asleep for a minute. That ain't a kid faking.
Some unseen force seems to grab Natalie's son by his ankle and pull him right off the bed.
It's odd to have the camera sitting in the room, though. That is the weird part.
The boy cries, and as if he is speaking to someone that we can't see, he says, I don't like it. No. Natalie says that her son then ran into their bedroom crying and said that there was a man in his room.
Now, on that right there, my brother was 2, going on 3. He ran into my parents' room and said there's a monster in my room. Now, my parents did not tell me any of this because they didn't want to scare me, because this was still at the time. I didn't believe in none of that shit. So, that sounds like that's real close to what my brother did. So my brother said monster, not a man.
Obviously, we can see that there was no man in his room. So just who or what pulled the boy's leg? You decide. Reality check. Now, before we start with this video, it needs a little bit of explanation.
It's real!
So the Quest 3 VR headset has a mixed reality mode where it can scan your room, including all furniture, and it will actually...
See, even the little emojis, the faces, like the dog faces and stuff, I've seen videos with that. And that right there makes me not want to ever do it. Like, hell, I don't even want to go to my dad's house whenever he does pass away. Hopefully a long time from now. But I don't want to go there to get my stuff from back in the day, because I don't want whatever is there to follow me home. I don't want it.
Project your game onto the walls, ceiling, and furniture of your own house. This tech uses infrared light and depth sensors to only detect things in the room, and it's actually very accurate.
It's pretty cool.
So Reddit user Moki is playing a kid's game called First Encounter, where you shoot at puffy little aliens that virtually run around your house. But her Quest VR headset is picking up something very strange in her home.
What is the banging? Like, it sounds like someone, I don't know if it's the game, but it doesn't sound like it'd be the game. It sounds like it'd be someone in the house hitting something. What is that? I don't know. Can someone do it digitally? I really don't know. I don't know shit about that.
Now again, it bears mentioning that Moki is...
Now, this is me just spitballing. You know the green screen effect things? You know, like you put up the green cloth or wear green clothing. Does that affect this game? Like, is there some way that a person could be standing there wearing the green? Yeah, probably. I don't know if that device can do that. It's just a thought.
is playing a kid's game. This
True.
is not a ghost game, and whatever that is should not be there.
What is right there? Like, you see the little pink right here? There's a whole thing going there. I wonder what that is. It almost looks like the chair. That cast is like, because that turn is right where that is. That kind of makes me curious about it.
The Quest VR headset has detected something very strange in her.
And honestly, I'm going to tell you now, if that was me and this was happening, especially at my dad's house, but if that was me and I see something showing up in my house, no, not going to stand there and keep scanning it.
In her hallway, something shadowy that looks like a man standing there in a dark hood or robe. So just what do you think that her VR headset was picking up? Let me know.
It does look like a Grim Reaper, though. I ain't gonna lie. It looks like it'd be the omen of death.
The Midnight Messenger. Jennifer is taking care of her elderly mother who is critically ill. One night, she sees something on her mother's bedroom video monitor that gives her goosebumps.
See, I left whenever my grandma, they had her on dialysis and everything, and I had to leave. I left my dad and my brother there. I couldn't remember her in the situation she was in. It was breaking my heart.
Okay.
They do say right before you die that people from your past or something, they come to visit you, and I'm gonna say that this is probably real. I truly doubt that this lady is faking this. I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Did you hear it? In the middle of the night, a quiet little female voice seems to whisper, "Come," and the elderly woman seems to raise her hands and responds, "Okay." Then again, we hear the quiet little voice clearly say, "Mama."
Okay.
Is it mama or ama? You know how Hispanic people say ama? I don't know. But I think this is real. I'm not going to lie.
The woman's daughter, Jennifer, says that she believes that this is the voice of her sister, who passed away in 2017. She believes that her sister is there to comfort their mom as she passes over to the other side.
Okay.
See, I hear ama, not mama. I hear ama. That's one thing that I have come to grips with, guys, that after I've had the things happen to me that's happened to me, we're all going to die. So you need to be prepared. Like, if you got a religion, I mean, they say don't worship false gods, and that's a true thing. And I'm not knocking anything. I'm a Christian. I am. But even being a Christian and asking for forgiveness for my sins and everything, I still wonder, have I done something, or am I doing something that isn't right, that would stop me from being able to go to heaven? And one of my main questions, and let me know what you guys think about this, Say, all right, I would say at a hospital, if there was a such thing as a demon or something that could trap souls here on earth until God or the Lord comes back. So, what if you live at your house and you have a heart attack and pass away, but there is something there? Can it trap you? And can it keep you here? Now, all these ghost shows, it's back and forth on the whole demonic or ghost thing. My dad has raised me to believe, and what he believes is there's no such thing as ghosts. It's fallen angels, demonic entities, which I do believe, because you never hear of a happy ghost. I haven't heard of one. Let me know what you guys think. I'd like to see what y'all say.
By the way, Jennifer's family has recently had a lot of bad news, with both her elderly father and mother sadly becoming critically ill. If you'd like to help them, you can check out their GoFundMe at this link, which you can also find down in the video description. Scratching the surface. Tara Rule says that as a child, she lived in a haunted house. She says that as she grew up, she believes that some strange paranormal entity from the house attached itself to her.
I'm going to tell you a ghost story. It's a true ghost story. And
Doesn't everyone say it's a true ghost story? And some of them aren't. Not saying yours is, just saying.
believe that whatever it is has followed me here.
Tara says that she often finds all of the cabinets in her kitchen open. She also says that her cat sometimes seems spooked and will actually just hide for no reason.
That tells me, if all of a sudden the animal started reacting that way, like I said earlier, I had to let my dog go. We had lived at this house maybe 6 months, and this dog would randomly go hide and pee behind the couches. And like, there was one big chair in a corner to where you couldn't really see from the sides. So, but he could slip through. He was a miniature Yorkie. He was small. I have 3 big pit bulls now. But if they start acting different, there's a high probability that there's something going on. I wish I'd have known this way back when. I always wondered why my dog would randomly jump up in the middle of the night and just take off out of the basement. Because I stayed in, it was basically a live-in basement, but there was no bathroom. I had to go upstairs for it. And one of the things that I had going on was my dad would walk heavy, or stomp, whatever you want to call it. I grew up in a single wide trailer, slept on the couch my whole life until we got to that house. But me and my mom could not walk with heavy feet because it irritated my dad. But then my dad would walk with heavy feet. So there would be times at night I'm getting ready to go upstairs and use the bathroom, and I would hear what I thought was my dad walking downstairs, but he would never go back. Then I would wait 45 minutes and then go up there and all the lights are off. He's not there. Well, yeah, it was that thing. It still does it to this day.
But Tara says that lately, things in her house have started to get even spookier.
I'm on the phone with my stepdad today, right? And he goes, "Who's there with you?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Who's there with you?" I was like, "No one, why?" And he's like, "Who's that guy talking?"
Huh.
I'm like, "I'm here completely alone. What do you mean?" He's like, "There's a man talking, like just as loud as you right now." And I was like, "I don't hear anything." And then he said it stopped.
But it gets even weirder, because you see, recently scratches have started to form on Tara's windows, but not on the inside. Tara has noticed that there are now strange deep scratches on the outside of the windows of her apartment on the 2nd floor.
So bad news, there's new scratches. Again, these are on the
Alright, the only reason, I'm not saying this is fake, guys. The only reason I'm saying this is because you can fold most windows in
outside of
and
the
put the
windows,
scratches
and I'm on the
yourself.
2nd floor.
Not
you can
saying,
tell me what you...
because if it's in the house to where your dad can hear it through the phone, then why would it be scratching at the window unless there's something else outside?
I think it's this.
I cannot tell if the top window folds in, but I'm almost sure the bottom one does. I cannot tell if that top one slides down. Now, one time I did get scratched by something that had it was like 3 or 4 little like claws. Now there was one time, there was one thing that whatever left one single like long scratch going down my back on the left side, and then the following week when my son stayed, it happened again. Whatever it was only doing it when my son stayed the night with me. And my girl at the time, when the second one happened, because see, first one happened, next day she asked what happened to my back, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And when she told me, I was like, I woke up in the middle of the night and my back was burning. But I didn't put the two together because it didn't ever happen before. But then the following weekend, I was asleep and I wake up to my back burning on fire again. And as I rolled over to try to go back to sleep, it hit me that I'd gotten scratched the week before. So I woke her up and said, what's going on with my back? And she said, you're bleeding. Like literally. I mean, it wasn't no big open wound, but it was a long scratch going all the way down my back where blood had drawn up to the skin. And man, that shit doesn't feel good either.
I don't know what it says, but it looks like it's like 4 letters maybe. Again, this is on the outside of the window, you can see. Second floor. But I'll show you, these are definitely on the outside of the window because I can wipe and wipe and wipe in there.
Well, I mean, if it scratches, then it could be on the inside.
100% on the outside.
It could be on the inside.
The only other like weird-ish thing to note is I've been hearing like loud noises.
That right there would have creeped me the fuck out. My damn hairs would have stood up all over me and I'd have spun around so damn quick. Hell no. Ugh. And you can see it affected her. She's like, what the fuck?
Am I That's Jackie. Oh my god, thank God.
Like, that almost got me now. I was like, there's something happening. See, one reason why I kind of believe her is the fact she didn't do what all the fakers do. And please, I really want to answer on this, guys. Believe me, I've been scared before. I've been scared. Since when you're scared, do you shake your phone? Like, oh. Like, dude, I get it. When you initially get scared, you jump. I get your adrenaline can be pumping, but that doesn't make you shake like you're a 4-pound dog in the winter. She's not shaking, so I kind of believe that. 100%. Did that drawer just open?
Oh my god, Jackie! I'm sorry, dude.
I got 2 cats that I rescued. I found them when I was working for a subcontractor at Duke Power. And, yeah, randomly I'll be, like, if I've nodded out or something on the couch and chilling, and then all of a sudden, this cat will just jump, bow, scare the fuck out of you. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, you just scared the holy out of me.
As Tara is showing the new scratches that have formed on her windows, she actually manages to capture one of the kitchen cabinets opening all on its own. Understandably, she is a bit freaked.
Now, seriously, yes, there's going to be people that say there could be a person behind her that opened the cabinet and she took so long to turn around. There could be a person that moved off, which that is 100% true. It could be. I'm not trying to say it's false. I'm just saying that could have happened, but yes.
Out To this day, Tara Rule still experiences strange activity in her apartment, and she found new scratches on her windows just days ago. If you see something that you think would be perfect for the top 5, email me at nukestop5@gmail.com. You can also tag me on TikTok at nukestop5official, and be sure to tag me only at nukestop5official because there are a lot of fake accounts on there. The other side. Brother and sister Josh and Crystal are doing a paranormal investigation at the notoriously haunted Hotel del Coronado in San Diego, California. The old hotel opened in 1888, and over the last 137 years, workers and visitors...
Do y'all think a hotel that was built in 1988 will make it till 2125? I'd say no.
The hotel claimed to...
I'd have to say that most of the hotels that were built in the 60s are damn near falling apart. It's like the faster you build it, the shittier it is, and the less likely it's going to last a long time.
...have witnessed multiple paranormal incidents and sightings. There are constant reports of lights flickering, televisions turning on and off, and things flying off shelves. Josh and Crystal see something in a side room and try to catch it on film. It doesn't really work, but they do catch something even creepier.
It's okay. I can see you.
I have seen this one before. I don't know, I keep leaning towards this is fake. Tell me what you guys think. It's strange how all this happens.
Come to me. Are you a little boy?
You think it's gonna hop in your arms? I mean, why do you want it to come to you?
It's okay.
Did y'all hear the hood cricket?
Come here. It's okay. I don't know if my eyes are playing tricks on me, but it looks like it's going like back and forth.
I don't know what she's looking at. I never see anything move.
You see movie?
I'm looking at the dark shadow. I can't tell if anything's moving. Now, my question is this. He's about to ask her to turn back the way she was facing, meaning turn towards me. Why is he getting her to do that and then it happens?
It's okay.
No, wait. Come back.
Where?
No, you come back. Go straight, look straight towards me. No, turn towards me like you were earlier. Put your back towards me.
See?
As Crystal...
That right there just... I don't know. Something don't seem right about it. Yeah. Somebody getting clicks. I don't know. Could be real. Maybe it's real. I don't know.
...attempts to talk to the spirit of a little boy that...
Only thing I remember seeing about it that looked odd was look how long the arm seems to look. But that could be due to the door or something being in the way that made it look funny, I guess.
She believes haunts the room. Suddenly, Josh's camera captures the spooky, unexplained shadow of a little child that seems to run right past Crystal from the other side.
Usually when you see a shadow person or something, not that I've ever seen one, but the videos that actually seem real, there's always something not correct, like the face isn't right. It's always, and it doesn't move like a person.
Earlier, put your back towards me.
That just looks like
So
a
did
kid.
Josh and Crystal catch evidence of the supernatural at the old Hotel del Coronado? As always.
And they never looked in that room or looked around the corner. That kind of makes me iffy about it, because why wouldn't, if you've seen it run across, why wouldn't you go check?
You decide. Give me shelter. YouTuber Tyson Pierce has a channel dedicated to travel, the outdoors, and basic survival in nature. But on one fateful day, all of his training is put to the ultimate test when something happens that is absolutely terrifying. Tyson is out in the middle of nowhere in Hawkesbury, Ontario, Canada, building what he calls a Viking turf house survival hut. Tagging along with him to help are his younger brother.
I was about to say he's trying to look like a Viking with this, because that's how my hair used to be. My hair was shaved on the sides and it was down towards the top of your spine. I can't think of what it's called, not your collarbone, but somewhere around in there.
And his friend. The guys are about halfway through building the Viking hut when suddenly an urgent weather warning comes through on Tyson's phone.
Environment Canada has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. Mobile coverage area, take cover immediately if threatening.
But he and the boys are in the middle of nowhere with no time to get out of there. Now, before I show this in accordance with YouTube rules, let me note that absolutely no one was hurt in this video. But this frightening scene.
But we can show people getting blown up by the Taliban
is what happened as the storm rolled in.
Holy.
What the hell? Oh my god.
Holy sh.
I'm going.
Don't know.
Je pense
You
qu'il y a une
done waited
tornade.
too long.
On peut pas se sauver, c'est d'être là. Check.
Ouais, ils se sont fait.
Check.
Qu'est-ce qu'ils t'ont fait?
Elle s'en vient, reste en dedans.
Non.
En dedans. Non, on peut pas, il est trop tard.
I was about to say, dude, one, he's got it dug down. So you kind of get a little bit of protection there. But he's talking about you're going to go. Where are you going to go? Run out in the woods where you have no cover? No.
En dedans. Reste en dessous. Tornado. Tornado. Stay low. Stay low. Stay low. Stay low. Stay. Stay low.
I honestly have to say, if it wasn't for him there, I think that his brother or whoever that is that's screaming would have taken off running.
No, stay. Oh, buddy, stay.
And I mean, I'm not going to get into that situation. But no, he did a great job.
Stay. Stay. It is a small ball. Stay low. No, we're good.
And if he built it like the Vikings did, then obviously they built it like that from learning from how not to build them, because obviously they work.
We're dying.
No, stay. Bro.
Oh my god. Tice. Stay, Miguel.
Stay.
We're gonna wait until.
Holy f.
Please, no baby.
C'est good, on est good.
What are you good? Good, sir. 100%, sir.
Please, God, please.
God, s'il vous plaît. Oh my god, no.
I'm going to tell you now, I've heard trees snap in the wintertime, and I've heard them snap in thunderstorms, and that shit is loud. So I'm sure being outside with that as your only cover, I'm sure that is nerve-wracking.
Nice.
Why are you screaming? Stop screaming.
Stay. Please, God, please.
God, please. I'm like so bad.
Stay good.
See, I mean, I get it. It's terrifying. It's scary. But kids nowadays are just not built like they were. I'm sorry. That's just the truth. And you'll find that in multiple different things.
On est good. On est carré. On est carré, guys. On est good. S'il vous plaît.
Now again, let me repeat that in accordance with YouTube rules, none of these guys were hurt. Because of the amazing stability
This
of
is the
Tyson's
one that
shelter,
jumps on me at
everyone
night.
survived and made it out without a scrape. Tyson returns a few days after the storm to check out his shelter
Will you stop?
and the surrounding
Quit.
woods.
That's my cabin. 2 trees.
Bro, come now.
2. That's my cabin right there. That is insane.
Yeah, he did a great job building it. I give him that. So you better cherish that thing.
That's snap.
I mean, yeah, it's rotten, but
Snap.
it held the weight for what it needed
snap
to.
there as well.
The trees around the shelter have been uprooted and blown to the
The Earth got mad. Mother Earth got mad that you were picking up trees and using its dead bodies to cover yourself. No, I'm kidding. Totally kidding.
ground. but the shelter is still there.
Yeah.
The guys are
they
even
made
able to
it.
find their bikes buried under one of the downed trees.
Oh, yes. Oh my god, no way.
Are they speaking French? It doesn't sound like French to me. I don't know French. I know growing up in the 80s that back in the 80s they said the language you needed to learn was French because the Canadians, I guess, were going to invade America, not South America, not Mexico. No. It was in the late 90s, early 2000s they started saying maybe you should learn Spanish instead.
Wait. Our bikes are good. Wow.
Maybe.
Good spot.
My bike.
Our bikes are good.
So Tyson's amazing nature shelter actually saved their lives. He considers it a blessing that they were all able to escape without injury.
Thank you.
The night visitor. In the city of Gwalior in India, something very strange has been happening. Multiple people have recorded CCTV footage of a strange woman wrapped head to toe in traditional Indian clothing who seems to roam the streets late at night ringing random doorbells before just vanishing.
Did y'all see how long the arms were on her? I can't tell if it's like, you know, sometimes they'll add something on top of their head and then cover it and then hold something in their hand that is the extension of an arm. I cannot tell what this is, but watch how long her arms are.
Clothing who seems to roam the streets late at night ringing random doorbells
What the
before just
fuck?
vanishing without a trace.
I'm not sure
It is
about
said that animals react strangely to the woman, often running in fear. On one late night, a family in Gwalior records the woman walking down their street.
I don't know if it's the camera and its pixels and it being nighttime. You know how nighttime or being in dark, it messes with the night vision, but that hand did not look natural the way it just moved up. It looked like it just extended out like a ghost type extension. Why would it ring doorbells though? Thought I seen someone come out the door, but they didn't. That hand does not look right. The way it just sucked back in, it looked strange. But I don't know, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think. It don't look natural though.
A bull in the alley runs away in fear as the woman approaches. And then as she rings one of the doorbells, her arm seems to stretch in a bizarre, inhuman way.
That's weird.
Now, no one knows who the woman is or why she repeats this strange behavior. No.
You know, I've never seen an alien. Do I believe they exist? I do not know. But I don't consider this an entity as far as a ghost or demon. So the only thing I can lean on, anyone that move their arms like that would have to be some kind of alien. I don't know.
Night after night, some residents of the town believe that she might be some sort of spirit, especially since police have been called.
They need to watch their cameras every night, and when the lady's about to ring their doorbell, just pop open before she hits the button.
Called multiple times to the scene, but when they arrive, the woman can never be found.
I just can't tell if that's
Just
something
outside
wrong
your
with the
window.
camera.
It's late one night when three brothers are asleep in their room. They wake up to a strange sound that seems to be coming from their window.
Now, if that's a friend or a brother doing that, boy, gonna get cussed slap out.
What was that, bro?
Nah, bro, chill, bro. Hold it down. Bro, you serious? That's a germ.
Huh?
Bro, it's coming from like there.
But it's hot.
No germ. I don't care.
Be careful with that bed, man. It look like it needs to be tightened up, son. You know, and then had that thing collapse on old boy on the bottom.
No!
The boys have the fright of their life as they hear and see someone or something looking into their window. And
I thought he shut the window, but it sounded like someone made a noise.
they run from the room screaming. Unfortunately, the clip was posted without a source, so we just have to wonder what they saw. And even scarier, we have to worry that these shaky bunk beds will someday come crashing down and crush that guy.
Imagine that's bunk. Exactly what I said.
Oh
no. He got a big ass teddy bear in the bed too.
8 lives. This next video was sent in by hundreds of Nukes Top 5 viewers, but unfortunately no one had a link to the original source. So the story goes that the owner's cat had recently passed away, but they believed that her ghost was haunting her old play cat tower. They claim they set up a camera and caught this spooky footage.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something, okay. I've never had anything on a camera other than my fiance. She passed away from breast cancer a couple years ago. I had a web camera in the house, or it's a night vision camera that goes outside, but I had brought it inside so when I was at work I could check on my dogs, make sure they're not tearing up nothing. I was just sitting here messing with it. I wasn't recording, unfortunately. But there was some orb that come around and it went right up towards the camera, and I had just been talking about her. But when that fish went off, that night that my brother went into their room and said there's a monster in my room, my dad went and stayed in his room, and he went and stayed with my mom in their room. My dad said all the toys in the room, like the Sleeping Bert and Ernie, the Tickle Me Elmo, all of that stuff started going off on its own. And I remember when I was staying in the basement below my brother's room, I heard him playing with his Hot Wheel cars at night on the hardwood floors. He was rolling them back and forth. I go up there, all the lights are off. He is not awake. And the second my foot went through the threshold of his door, he woke up screaming, and my dad popped up out of bed because my dad's room was off to the side. And then my dad thought I went in there and woke him up and then walked it back down the hall, when really, as soon as my foot crossed that door, he started screaming like something hurt him. I seen my dad sit up, and I was like, I'll just let Dad take care of it since he's already up now. So I walked back downstairs, and my dad thought that I did it on purpose, but I really didn't. I was just telling him, go to bed. What was that though? Was that something that Nuke added, or was that something they added, or what was it? See, I don't believe it now. That right there made them adding that has now made it to where I think it's fake. Was that going off and that ball spinning around? Was it real? It looked real, but I don't know all the stuff you can do with cameras. But that crying part, no. That right there makes me think it's fake. That right there, I don't believe that. They doctored it, they've done something. I just don't believe that. And see, Nuke usually does really good with having things that seem pretty factual. But there's some that I don't believe.
I have no source on this video, and I'm certainly not saying it's a quote-unquote real video of a ghost cat.
I don't think so.
But it's definitely kind of creepy. And some animal lovers,
because all other, you know, anytime you hear about ghosts or anything, it's always they got black eyes. Why does this black cat have gold eyes?
say that they actually find the
green,
video very
color.
comforting. But let me know what you think. Scary videos. So as usual, these are videos that were sent in that didn't really fit in the rest of the list. They're either a bit silly, a bit funny, or just kinda weird. So Kaylee Shreve is working her shift at a Victoria's Secret store, and she goes to take a restroom break. Things start to get very weird.
I swear to God, this hand dryer just turned on by itself. And that's how far, like, this is how far away I am from it. Turn on again if there's somebody here with me. I will shit on myself right I'm not even wiping my ass.
Now that was truly disturbing. And let's hope that one of Kaylee's coworkers had a wet wipe or something.
I will shit on myself right I'm not even wiping my ass.
Next.
Didn't even look like you pulled up your pants.
TikToker RCA is exploring an old abandoned house that is said to be haunted. He encounters something lurking in the decaying house that shocks him to his core.
What the Yo, what the
Dude, if I was there, I would have died. I remember there was a mouse in my old house in a cabinet, and I had put a mouse trap in there. Well, when the mouse trap closed, it caught his tail, and he started running around the inside of that cabinet with that mouse trap slapping all the doors. Boy, me, my dog, and my girl were creeping. We were creeping on a come up on that one. And it was a damn mouse, man. That would have had me out of there. You don't realize how big birds are until you get trapped in a house with one. I'm talking about just a little blue jay or something. Dude, their wings, they get big, and I'm assuming that motherfucker right there probably got a 6-foot wingspan.
So it's only a black vulture, but these birds usually feed off dead things.
Yeah.
So what if there's something dead in that? No, there's probably not. There's probably nothing.
But truly, tell me, seeing that all black face, all black, everything's jet black, when it first started coming out, tell me you wouldn't think that's some kind of demon or ghost.
Anyway, and finally, there's nothing worse than when you rent a nice Airbnb and the owner decides to drop by to say hello. Especially if they drop by like this.
What the hell?
Now, did the man think that they had left? Like, why wouldn't you let the people know, hey, through this bookshelf that is disguised to look like a fucking wall, I'll be staying in there. Why don't you, okay, why, I see he's got clothes in his hand. Why wouldn't you have all the clean clothes you need? If you're going to do this type mess, why would you have it to where you have to come out, period? Because a lot of these people, they will bring their own camera because they want to make sure that no one's watching them while they're watching the house.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Excuse me. Yeah.
You're the people that I let the house to, right?
Now, dude, I don't know how he had his camera running, but I'm going to tell you now, I definitely would have jumped, and I would have probably started to lose my shit, because if you're going through all that trouble to make that bookshelf and that wall, you can't tell me this motherfucker, well, obviously, you would think if he had cameras, he would have known not to walk out into the house. So maybe he's too old for that kind of technology. But you can't tell me he ain't got some other kind of holes drilled or something. Because this is just fishy, bro.
Yeah.
Are you here on holiday?
Yeah, who are you?
I own the house. I'm Richard.
What are you doing?
What you doing?
Yeah, is that
I just think it's funny how he's laughing.
Having a shower now.
Where's your trousers? Where's your trousers?
If it's not inconvenient right now, I'd like to use the bathroom.
Excuse me, we've rented this house from you.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, if you were going to make that little side room, you should have had a bathroom, a little portable shower, like a camping shower or something. if you're going to do that, I mean, first of all, anyone that's listening to this that does have a place they're planning on renting, let them know if you're staying in another part of the house. For real. Because that man, he'd be paying me back all my damn money. I tell you that now.
Yeah, well, any problems?
No, there's no problems.
Other
mate. Just
than
like,
this one.
Well, yeah, I'm happy with the house, but like, what
I'm
are
not
you
happy
doing
with
here?
the owner.
I live here. Look.
Okay, but like, what are you doing, mate? Where's my privacy?
No.
So hold a minute, yeah. Whilst we're sleeping, yeah, you're going out in the kitchen.
Yeah, well, I've got to put my dirty plates out there.
What are you just in a jail in there? Where's your clothes gone?
See, here's the thing. That just tells you how bad the economy is over there. Because the economy had got bad here in America. And a lot of old people cannot make it on the shit that they're giving them. And then you find all this fraud that we got going on. And over there, there's no telling what all fraud. But you cannot tell me that if this man had a choice to get by without renting his only house out, because if he had another house, he'd probably be there. But you can't tell me that if he had a choice of renting his house out, unless he did it straight up for perverted reasons, there's no reason you would give your house up. So that just tells you that he's needing money so bad so that he'll go hide himself after making a fake room or a false wall.
Where's your clothes?
They're in the washing machine.
It's almost sad.
Put the stuff in the washing machine. I hope you don't mind. But
Well, no, but it's a bit weird.
Now, he's got his stuff in the washing machine. Well, I guess I would have had my camera running the whole time too. It'd be like, why is the washer running? Where did the dishes come from that you just mentioned? And now you come popping out of a random shelves on the wall. You're popping out to take a shower holding your pants in your hand. You didn't think to have your pants on just in case somebody was in the house. You didn't think, I guess he doesn't have another exit? Because I mean, there's so many things he could have done. Have another exit, go to the front door, ring the bell, no, just tell them the truth from the get-go. But like I said, the economy's trash over there. Ours is getting better.
What's happening? What's happening here?
look, this should be no problem. I'm not going to interfere with you.
But you're interfering with me now.
No. This is unfortunate.
It is unfortunate.
I do all this at night.
I think the no pants is the most disturbing part for me.
I do all this
So
at
that's
night.
all for this week. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back again next time.
So, it is unfortunate. It's unfortunate you're having to do that to get by, or you're there for nefarious reasons. Anyhow, guys, please let me know what you would like for me to react to. Let me know if you would like to hear all the things that I've had happen to me. I'm debating on trying to come up, and just share what's all happened to me in my past with demons. All right, guys, take it easy. I will catch you on the next one.